Hello again, everybody. I hope you've had a good year and a half. I have, so I'm back with more time to work on Let's Plays. I think I'm going to try to get back to basics with these and just focus on playing the games that sound fun and making the best videos I can, and not fret about imperfections or set self-imposed deadlines that I can't really maintain. I think I'll be able to make better videos that way. Before we get back to Solstheim, though, I recently discovered something quite useful for a mage that I hadn't known when starting Dawnguard. So here's a little video about that. Hello again, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
I'm doing something a little bit odd here and going back to a much earlier save to show you where and when to get an item that I didn't know about at the time. So this is way back to when I was had not yet become a vampire. I just joined the Dawnguard briefly. So if you're any kind of mage and you plan to join the vampires, make sure to grab this item right now while you can. You can't come back to the fort at all until the end of the entire Dawnguard questline.
Is that halfway through the shelf?
It is. That's kind of peculiar. I do actually think there's one little exploit way you can get it much later in the game, which I'll probably show too, but I'm taking that spell, and I'm going to add that to Hjalti in the real save, which I'm going to load up momentarily.
So how good is this spell?
I'll talk about that more later on, but basically it's exactly like Firebolt, except that it's restoration instead of destruction, and it only works on undead, and it's cheaper than even Firebolt. So
nice.
Pretty nice. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Okay, so turning to the main save after quite a while since we have played this, I think that I just finished clearing out Mirok's tomb and was now going to accompany this woman over to her village, whatever her name was.
I think it's Freya.
Freya, you're right.
Where my people work against them.
I don't see that green light, actually. Do you see the green light? Oh, is that it?
I think that's
okay,
it.
she wasn't really looking in that. Okay. Well, that's fine. But if we're going to her village, there's a problem, which is that Hjalti's been wearing his creepy mask that he uses to do all his criminal dealings. So he can't walk in there wearing that. His idea is probably going to just take that off and not make a big deal out of it, and then hopefully she lives in this isolated village and won't tell anybody or won't recognize that it's an important fact that he had that mask, basically. Now I need to remember what my hat is that I wear instead.
Do you have a different mask so she just never sees your face?
I don't think I do. I thought I had like a circlet of destruction or something like that. There we go, circlet of major destruction. Perfect. And let me just show here. So even with all my destruction fortification, Firebolt costs 9, right? And Sunfire, which I've added down here, costs 7. Now with all my fire perks and my destruction perks at the same time, that makes Firebolt a slightly better deal. But if I'm not wearing my destruction boosting stuff, in particular then Sunfire will be a better deal. And also, it has been miserably hard to train my restoration this whole game, as you can see. I've taken every chance to grind that up with like any kind of non-actual grinding thing I can do, like turning like every undead I can, and it's still just like way in the back. Except for Conjuration, which I've deliberately avoided, leveling as much as possible.
See, I was going to suggest casting Fury on like a fox or a goat or an elk and just stand there and heal yourself, but I guess that sounds like grinding.
It does. There's all kinds of cheesy ways to do it, but I've been trying to avoid any kind of cheesy things in this game and just raise my skills legitimately, and with that approach, restoration is just horrible to raise. So with Sunfire, though, I can use it as an attack, attack people to restoration when they're undead, and that's a lot of enemies, so that should give me a chance to level that skill up.
So if you fire it at somebody who is not undead, does it just not do anything?
I don't know. I've literally never actually used the spell. I just recently, found out that it was obtainable in this way.
So-and-so resisted Sunfire?
Probably something like that.
Pity it's not
nice
like ranged healing.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. As a post-commentary note, I only realized after recording this episode and the next one that I'd forgotten to turn off a mod I've been using on a different character where I've been experimenting with changing the damage around. So for this episode and next one, Hjalti and the enemies both do magnify damage compared to normal. Is this Storm? Doesn't really look like he's like, his voice is kind of strained, but he's just not really matching his body language to it. Okay, so who are these people? I don't know a thing about it.
But how is that possible? After all this time.
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, that stone.
Are you talking to me? Okay.
If
I
anyone
thought their
can help
heads
us
tended
now,
to turn.
it is you.
I guess I'll talk with her about that later
Farewell,
on.
outsider.
So you have seen things, yes. My magic grows weak, and so does the barrier.
I guess I
around
did
our
just walk right
village.
through the barrier,
Time
so...
is short. Tell me what you know.
Well... Hjalti isn't feeling totally confident about that because he doesn't understand the situation himself. He doesn't know what's happening to them other than that they're showing up with these stones to do work there. So he's going to just start with what he does know.
How? The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons.
They didn't do a good job of that because a lot of it's still, above ground.
Well, if you have a bunch of people laboring to build it.
Mhm.
Buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. Mirak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Mirak? Are you Dragonborn?
I mean, I am, but I don't see what that had to do with anything there. But Hjalti will definitely start spreading his legend around here.
Perhaps you are connected with him. The old tales say that he too was Dragonborn.
And that's interesting, because, of course the emperors and so forth. Oh, so now I have to ask an asinine question here, because, lots of people were Dragonborn. It was pretty commonplace in history.
But at the same time?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to have successors, right, to the imperial throne. There was even, a book in Oblivion, I think, that made that point, saying that the imperial cult likes to play down the fact that there's multiple Dragonborns around at once, but the very fact that there's a succession means there must be at least two. So...
I am
At least I think that's what the book said. I forget the exact wording.
Save us, or it may mean that you could bring about
This kind of line irks me. It's come up several times in Skyrim, and it's always been very dumb. That oh, we don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that you've got all these superpowers. Oh, you could bring about our salvation or destruction. What? It's clearly just a good thing with no downsides.
I mean, for you, but you could totally murder them all if you wanted to.
That's true, but me being Dragonborn is not all that relevant to that fact.
Good point.
able to break the hold on our people there.
It just seems like kind of a cliche fantasy trope to have that kind of, it could be a blessing or curse, and they just have done that too much, too self-indulgently.
Challenge run, where you never get any shouts. Because...
Harder challenge run. Challenge run, we do nothing but the damaging shouts.
Oh dear. That would take forever.
It would.
I think they
Even a
let
novice.
Skyrim 7 out before you finish. Or not Skyrim 7, Elder Scrolls, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask for information here.
Much of what was known has been lost to the ages. He was Dragonborn, and yet he served the dragons.
Which makes sense, because you expect a person with a soul of a dragon to be on the same side as the dragons. It's kind of weird that I'm not.
Then he turned against it, becoming something they feared. He was defeated long ago, but it seems he was never really destroyed.
Hjalti immediately wonders if he was accidentally cast forward in time, like Alduin, for example. It sounds like a similar situation.
But you mean Mirak, not Hjalti.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Forces them to forget themselves and act against their nature.
It just seems like magic. Lots of magic to control people, make them do things. I've been doing frenzy since level 1.
Maybe don't tell him that.
Hjalti wonders why it's starting at night. If it's maybe they're vulnerable while they're asleep, maybe it's associated with the Daedra Verimina, who's the goddess of nightmares or something. That might fit.
Mirak is behind what is happening to our village, and so the knowledge she has gained.
That doesn't necessarily seem to follow. He's got the impression this guy's just jumping to conclusions.
If A, then B. If B, then D.
Mm-hmm. Well, he learned very little from these people, unfortunately. I guess they're all just sitting down. Okay, so who are these
Do
people?
not disturb us.
Do not break.
Uh-huh.
If anyone can help us now. She died when I was very young.
What are you doing breaking their
She was caught in a
concentration?
terrible snowstorm while returning home from gathering firewood.
What kind of
You
Nord
must
is she?
understand that for the Scout, life is a constant hardship. We take
Are they
nothing
Nords?
for granted.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like a...
Cannot afford to.
Hjalti has probably heard of them
The weather and
and
effects in the south.
disapproves of them because they
Even a
worship
simple task like gathering wood
not
for the
real
fire
gods.
turned deadly.
and rather than the proper Northern pantheon and venerating the human god Shor/Lorkhan. Everyone except for Hjalti anyway, since he's an immortal vampire.
We Skal do not fear death. We know we will return to the All-Maker.
Now, this idea of reincarnation is interesting in the Elder Scrolls because there are a few hints that suggest that that might actually happen to some people, but it's never really been, fleshed out very much. He's not going to ask that dumb question. Now, I have never in my life seen this village, so Hjalti's going to take a look around and see what there is. This place looks kind of like an inn, but not really what I expect from interesting music. I don't know if I've heard that tune before.
Idar cheese
Idar
wheel.
cheese wheel. Why aren't they not willing to supply me with some cheese to support my campaign against Mirok?
Your coming may be a blessing or a curse.
What am I short of right now? I do have an Idar cheese wheel. I've got Ellsworth fondue. Do I have any moon sugar? I do. So it's ale and Idar cheese wheels that I'm short on right now. So I am going to take their Idar cheese wheel and pop that into the cooking pot if I can find some ale around here. Although I do have, a decent supply of... What are these? I'm curious. And I'm going to open that and satisfy my curiosity, even if I don't take them. Small... Oh.
Oh.
Lame.
Pearls definitely come from clams, right?
Mara was playing Skyrim the other... Oh, is that like Horker loaves?
Yeah.
Okay, I was playing Skyrim the other day and looted some clams for pearls, and then we remembered that those come from oysters.
Well, they looked like oysters, so I just ran along the shore.
It's a fair point.
Just click F, F, F. And then I didn't get any pearls, and I looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's clam meat. Oh. Oh, no.
Well, they have no ale.
Still gotta snag that cheese, though, right?
Yeah. If they make a fuss out of it, I can just, not save their village.
Oh.
And then all the cheese will belong to me and Mirok. We can split it. Oh, this is chilling too. So no one in this village so far is willing to share much of anything with me. Dreaded primitive skull. No one has an ale. Does anyone have any Nord mead? They have ale. Okay, there we go. This is a civilized place. Some pagan book about these people who don't worship the proper gods. So no cooking pot present here, but that's alright. Was there one in the Great Hall? Did I overlook that?
I didn't see one, but I wasn't paying a ton of attention.
Yeah, I feel like there was a cooking fire in the middle.
Aha!
There we go. Okay. The cheese will not be recognizable. It's all mine now. I do want to see if I can sell some of my stuff, because I'm at 166 carrying capacity, which is, I think, well over my normal baseline. Although it has been a while since I've played. I could smelt things here. It feels like probably when the Skull come back, this will be a properly functioning village, maybe?
Probably.
Iron sheet. That sounds like a smith's name. Okay, these guys have some lame names. Okay, he doesn't even have a last name.
I'm sure everyone will like you and share their cheese once you rescue them.
Probably. Okay, so he wanted me to go to, what was it called? Learn the Word of Power. Sayring's Watch. So where is that? So there's a wind... I guess, is that the green glowing thing you mentioned?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dragon dwelling. Okay.
Ooh.
Go fight a dragon, I guess.
Do you have enough carrying capacity for his bones?
Yes, but I won't be able to sell it to anybody unless I go back to that Dark Elf town. So far, this is just not a pleasant island. It's full of like snooty Dark Elves who, even though this was given to them as an act of charity, act as though they own the place and said that, you know, Nord law does not apply here. And a bunch of these like Skull who don't even worship the real gods. It's bad enough we have like the demon worshippers in the south of the island. Now we have like these dopes up here talking about some kind of Allmaker. I went and went to Sovngarde and verified that like the Nord afterlife is real. All right, I'm gonna take a peek down at this Windstone place. A lot of guys, none of them hostile. Probably just doing the same. Yeah, so far so good. But there was one guy who was just kind of investigating the last time I went to one of these stones, right? That is it Neloth or something, the Dark Elf Wizard?
As a reminder, because I've never played Dragonborn before, for the duration of being on Solstheim, I'm suspending my permadeath rule so I can just have fun and explore.
What about you? Are you... Oh no, you're just gathering whatever that is. Okay.
Big round rocks to build their square bricks.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I can hop across these rocks. Oh no, I failed and gotten my feet wet. This is a disaster.
Wold! The fast will dry your feet off, but I guess you're frozen now. Don't get frostbite.
Yeah, I need to change my boots. Where's my... There we go. And yeah, I guess I'm out of that town, so I'm going to put on my Morokai mask again. Let me check my equipment in general. So I've got my erudite ring, of course. That's great. I've got my Archmage robes, Amulet of Talos. I guess I could change that up to some other like amulet, but that's a good choice. I guess let's see what kind of dragon it is. Is that like a fox or something? Oh, I've offended the Spriggan. Oh, it's not one of those terrible burn Spriggans. That's great. That means I can use fire on it.
It's a burn Spriggan.
I don't really know, but I found one once when I was first on Solstheim. Do you remember?
Oh, Solstheim specific thing.
Yes.
Right.
It's the only time I found one, so I don't know much about them, but I remember fire didn't seem to be very effective, and it was so sturdy and annoying I just decided that it was not worth the time. Okay. Oh, I heard something. But I don't see anyone. Is there somebody who's like undead around here?
Lost.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, I thought I heard a voice. Maybe I'm just going crazy. No, definitely. Someone's talking, for sure.
Lost.
Okay, I heard it that time.
Sky like a dragon?
Did you look up?
Nothing
Did
to
you
worry
look
about
down?
at all. I don't... What?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay. That guy's voice carries.
I said it couldn't be done. I said it. They said it.
Oh. Is he dead?
Oh, it's like a Morrowind joke, because there's a wizard who tried to fly in Morrowind at the very beginning, and then he failed and landed and died.
Oh.
Okay, because this is the Morrowind island, so they had to redo that, I guess.
College boots, eh? Are there any more
Are those,
missing
like-
apprentices from that quest?
That hut over there looks like a Forsworn camp, but there's no way it's a Forsworn camp.
It's the Ewoks.
Oh, no.
Those were a thing
Snow
here, right?
Ewoks. Alright, I'm going to go investigate because I'm curious about what that could be.
I wonder if there's a way to save him.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think you could, like, with fast reflexes and cheating with, like, console command save one in Morrowind or something. I don't know. But I'm not sure. Oh, it's further away than I thought.
Maybe
What does that sound I just heard? Oh, lurk! What in the world is a lurker?
Oh, those things.
I think I just dodged something nasty.
You did.
Well, it was lurking. I didn't pick it up, so I give you credit for an accurate name, whatever you are. I'm going to stand over here if you don't mind. Now, do you want to lob that gunk at me again, whatever that was? What's the range on it? Oh, that is substantial range on that. Okay, it's probably like a that was like slimy tentacle stuff, so it must be Hermaeus Mora, because he is the generic fantasy Lovecraft pastiche guy that they had to cram into the game. Horkers!
Horker attack. That was a book, right? You should have read it. It would have warned you that Horkers will attack.
Mara is totally correct. I'd forgotten about that book, but there is one called Horker Attacks. Brilliant foreshadowing.
Alright, what in the world? I can't even see where I am. Okay. That was weird. Now, where's that lurker? Oh. Ooh, I think I almost walked into it that time, whatever it is. I don't want to get hit by that. I don't really want to find out. I'm not that curious about Solstheim. Is it regenerating? Or maybe it, like, life stole from the Horkers?
Maybe.
Where is it? I can't seem to pick it up with my detect life, so that's good to know. Okay, so it's not alive, I guess. Is it undead, or is it like... I forget if Daedra get picked up by that. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do a summon. So I'm assuming it's a Daedra because it's like a tentacled thing, so, you know, Hermaeus Mora, therefore Daedra. As long as I don't get Horkered, I should be able to win this, I think. It seems to be stunnable, and therefore not the biggest threat. My Astronach's being lazy, but, you know, okay.
Skyrim Voidianoid.
Now you get out of there. Wow, that's a lot of gold. Nice. So those things are loaded, whatever they may be. Now where are those Horkers? Where? Oh, I don't like that.
I'd rather it be a Horker.
Yeah. It talks.
Can you talk as a werewolf?
Oh, I don't like this at all. Where's my become ethereal shaft? Oh, it's right on top of me. Okay, I don't like that either. So, I'm gonna actually go for a swim. Miserable as that sounds. What just happened with that? Oh, that's a waterfall. Okay. Well, Hjalti is having a bad day so far. Alright, those things are sturdy as heck. The Astronach barely hurts it. Oh, it's trying to cross the water. Can I hit it over there? What am I going to do about this? If it comes out of the water, I can hit it. Maybe it'll stand her and drown. You know what might work? A Wrathman might be a good choice for those. But if I can't do a thing if it just stays in the water. Okay. You know, I'm walking over to this tent and hoping that it doesn't come up behind me and murder me. Oh, here it comes, trying to come up behind me and murder me. Did it just not get stunned by that? Have a melee summon. Okay, it's getting injured.
Did that just immediately kill your Wrathman?
I think it threw it, but didn't immediately kill it.
Oh, is he
Oh, did he
human
morph
now?
back? That's good to know.
Alright.
I just need to outlast them. Oh, I can loot his human flesh. Why don't ordinary humans have human flesh? Oh, I'm taking his. Okay, now what are these people? What in the world is going on? You Solstheim Forsworn? Oh, you're pirates, okay. Well, you look like Nord pirates, so you get Fireball!
Do Nords have frost stuff?
Resistance.
Yeah, that word.
Yes. A lot of it, 50%. Oh, it's a captain. Okay. Okay. Oh. Meh. That's some pretty sweet armor. I guess I'll just find a person to sell it to eventually. Now, other pirate. I'm disappointed to find only pirates here. I was hoping for some kind of unique new... Oh, are you the cowering in fear? Is that what's going on here? That was a smart decision.
I mean, it didn't really work.
No, but it shows at least an understanding of how things are going and what's about to happen.
Fair enough.
I should expect that kind of thing from the wizard in the group.
Oh.
Okay.
Aren't you a wizard?
Exactly. So the other wizard, yeah, you know, she understood.
Oh, you mean
Because wizard here is going to kill us all.
Cowardice.
Right.
It was free.
Mm-hmm. These pirates like me.
I mean, you sent them to Sovngarde.
I
That's
did.
good, right?
I could have gotten out like my black soul gems or whatever. I have some of those, don't I? I do. So, yeah, that was nice of me.
My mage character managed to get one, and I have no idea where it came from.
Huh. Oh, I need to remember I have those things. Resisting 10% of magic is useful sometimes. Okay, well, Hjalti is going to have several drinks.
Gotta warm up as your clothing freezes around you.
Yeah, he's going to take a rest by this fire and dry his boots out. And maybe wait for nightfall.
Nightfall? That sounds even colder.
Yeah, vampire. Cold doesn't bother him that much.
Good point.
Being wet just sucks. Okay. Why is it doing a loading screen?
It just really wants you to know about ash spawn.
The origins are unknown. There was a guy who was trying to look into it. Oh,
Oh!
that's interesting. I guess I should have seen that coming. Well, and up all the way over here? Well...
See how far you could have gone in 8 hours?
Okay, I guess I gotta walk all the way back across the island.
Vampires don't need sleep, right?
Which is faster? I can walk around like this way through the places that I've been. It's good to know that Mira can do that to me. Why didn't he send me to the nearby stone, though?
Just to annoy you.
Yeah, well, he did that, all right. Okay, I guess this episode's going to consist mostly of walking and chuckling over my mistakes.
So, do vampires get sleep bonuses?
Yes, it said rested there, I think.
So despite walking across the island and building a
Staying all
shrine,
night.
you're rested.
Yes.
Huh.
Is that another stone up ahead? Is that what that? Oh, so there's hidden things there. Are those like those little? What's going on? Ash spawn. So I think that was determined to be weak to ice or something, or at least resistant to fire.
That sounds like...
Yeah, that was much better damage. Alright. I wasted several shots there. So they have projectile attacks. That's good to know. I wonder if they are good for refueling magic. They set you on fire. That's also good to know. Does it just turn into ash? Oh! Oh, ebony. Spawn ash. Ash spawn, spawn ash. That's easy to remember. Now, what am I wearing? I've got... I guess I need to put on my dwarven boots that I dried out. Archmage robes, Amulet of Talos, Morokai, Ring of Erudite. I still don't have any gauntlets after all this time, because there are no gauntlets or gloves that are any good for mages by default.
So are you just gonna forever hear Mirak whispering in your ears now?
I don't know. I don't hear anything right now, do you?
Well, your subtitles were saying it.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I wasn't paying much attention to that. That is kind of weird. Okay. Ash hoppers.
That's better than ash spawn,
It is.
I think.
Probably.
They probably aren't worth as much, though.
No, it didn't die. I was kind of hoping I could kill it with that cool spell.
What was that?
Ice Storm.
Oh. That is cool.
Yep. I missed it. That was not so cool. Okay. Yeah, Ice Storm, the damage of it is weird. I think it's a slow-moving thing, and I can't be certain about this, but I believe that if you end up walking with it, you take a lot more damage than if you run through it. But I'm not honestly certain.
I mean, it would make sense because you would be in the thing for longer.
It would make sense, and it would fit with like my experiences when I sometimes get slammed by it for enormous damage if I'm trying to dodge, but I'm just not sure, so I don't want to give people wrong information. Mira, can we clear your garbage off the screen? If I like wait for an hour, will that clear it maybe? No.
Maybe if you turn off subtitles and then turn them back on?
Yeah. Audio. Nope, not audio. Gameplay. Am I overlooking it somewhere, sweetie?
Maybe it's on display?
Okay.
Display subtitles.
Bit of an annoying bug. Okay. We're going to continue this after a You're so cute. I do need to feed on somebody sooner or later. Dwarven Ruin.
I mean, you did just leave a bunch of people who probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, but do I really want to drink, like, whatever Mirok is doing to them?
Magic isn't in the blood. Also, isn't there something right behind you? Oh, I guess it's not chasing. What is that?
I don't... Oh!
Bristleback.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, that is. I missed it. Oof.
Well, I started with a bit of a screw-up there, I guess. What can I drink to heal myself? I'm going to assume that it's weak to ice.
Unicorn!
Unicorn?
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's got a bunch of horns now. Boratus. Okay, well. Interesting. Lots of new things to fight. So, I wanted to swing, I think, just on like a course like that through the island, maybe. I'll probably need to go around that central mountain, maybe back to Frostmoon Crag and then around that way. That looks like a better path than trying to get up that peak there to me. Because I'd not found a good way to do that when I was this far. So, more of a westward course, I guess. Maybe I'll hit up whatever stone this is along the way, though. Just so I have encountered it and know what the stones are and where they are. Oh, there's a hostile thing among them.
Looks like a lurker.
Does it? No, it looks like a cultist to me. Okay, well, the cultists are often dark elves. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with Ice Spike on this one.
It looked hunched over.
Alright. Well, I've got my fire resistance on, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, did I... Rat! How did I miss that? Alright. He got up fast.
I like the part where he did a somersault.
Alright, so I guess like a cultist overseeing the work or something. Now, I'm trying to discover what stone there was and I missed it. The Beast Stone. Okay. Are they all just doing the same thing? They're building like a wood scaffolding here instead of a stone one, I guess. Well, what in the world? Is that like your version of whatever the humans are speaking? What are these little monsters? Are they weak to fire? Oh, they all become hostile. That's nice.
You just attacked the Ewoks.
Wow, they killed the thing fast. I better not get hit by these guys.
Oh, jeez. Did that even last a second?
No, it died in like one hit. So, that's good to discover that their damage is like totally disproportionate to their size. Oh, is he still alive? Okay.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, fireballs. Okay, so I got the other scout, I guess, at the same, or whatever it was. Okay.
You don't want the garnet?
Eh. Okay, this guy didn't care. Stone cold over here. I'll fix that.
Oh.
So are these things actually like in, you know... Oh, there's a person around here somewhere. He's not doing any work. He's left that to those, whatever they were. Well, I was trying to just do a science experiment there and see what they were weak to, but then they decided to attack me. And it looks like fire is good enough, so...
Guess so.
Are there more of the workers over there? Lurkers. Yep. Oh,
Reaver.
Reaver.
Boots.
Huh.
Something called a reaver said that.
That sounds bad. I think they used to call like the raiders along with the Scottish English borders reavers. I might be misremembering that. That's my only knowledge of what it means, besides just showing up as like a word that means nothing in particular in fantasy works. But I've gotten off my intended path here, I think. Can I get over that mountain, do you think?
Maybe.
I don't like doing all these silly hops, but sometimes it's the only way to get around.
You can be like
That
that
looks
wizard.
like a pass. That's probably the way through. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can fly like that wizard. That should work very well. I should read his journal, actually. What did it say? I'm still carting around Elder Scrolls here.
Right.
Train of a madman, yep. They said it was impossible. They, not me. I knew. The book knew. It knows all. And I know all. All I need to know. To fly! They laughed. The others were afraid. Don't even try, they said. They said it was impossible. They, not me. The book is filled with knowledge. The book fills me with knowledge. Secret hidden... Oh, is it Hermaeus Mora? Okay. My knowledge must hide the knowledge, hide it away deep inside. I will eat the book, a page at a time. Slowly, slowly, I become one with the knowledge contained in the pages. The pages, it's me. It said it was... Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Hermaeus Mora again.
Maybe you can give him the book.
Yeah, maybe I can give Murok the book.
There you go. Hey Murak, you think you're a better dragonborn than me? I bet you
dragons
can't
are good
fly.
at flying. Some kind of hostile thing over there. Okay, I need to find somebody to feed on. There's a blue thing. Is it like a rabbit or whatever?
Can you eat a rabbit?
You can eat them, but you can't drink them. I don't know why. It should be like, oh, more of these Riekling things. I bet you can't drink them either. Alright. Let me send Natronach up. Probably won't last very long, but it might reveal where they are. Oh, there's something back there. Good thing I was just kind of dodging. I am a little bit off my game tonight, I think. Riekling Spear. Well, they weigh nothing and they have value. I guess they're like little tiny arrows that these things shoot. I don't think I can hit that guy with like fireballs to get too much cover, so... How did that not hit him? He was like engulfed in the explosion there. Okay. Maybe... Ice Storm? I think one of those got him. Maybe both of these resistant to ice. There we go.
There it goes.
Yes. Well, I'm going to assume that he's resistant to ice, and that's what the problem was there. Because 90% of everything in Skyrim is resistant to ice. They really do remind me of some kind of silly, like, Star Wars critter, don't they? I think they're fake language babblings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, who's left? None of them?
Isn't there one to the left?
And there's something over there.
That's not what I was looking at.
Right, what's it? It sounds like it would charge me. Oh, it's on like a pig.
bristleback.
He has a lot of HP. Alright, well I don't want to just cheat fighting him up here, so I'm going to shout him off at that spot and... Oh, they didn't knock him over. Okay. Well, if he'll come up and fight me somewhere I can fight him, I'm willing to do that.
He might charge you.
He might charge me. Strange vessel. Was this like a dungeon I've discovered here? I guess it is. Oh, it's like a Dwemer thing. Better be on the lookout then. Eh. Well, if it's a Dwemer thing, then Detect Life will not help. Okay, that says there's nothing in here, other than maybe traps. Are there any booby traps to watch out for? A depth check. I can't tell if there's traps there or not.
You'll find out shortly.
I guess I will. I'm going to try to just dodge immediately. Okay. It made like the cleared sound, I think, but...
Just
well.
a couple of chests in here.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, we'll see what's outside. Hopefully not that Riekling whatever it was. Oh, I hear something. There we go. Now, how would charging work in Skyrim? Would it just move at me super fast, or would it be some special attack? Oh. It's coming after me. And the boar did a lot of damage, so this probably would do even worse. Oh! Did not get stunned there.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, carried a bunch of money. Okay, so I think... Are there houses like treasure chests?
I guess.
I guess.
Just rip
What
off
am
the
I even
top.
fighting here? Are these like goblins? Or... I don't understand. They seem to be semi-civilized.
As opposed to the person who showed up, killed them all, robbed all their houses,
That's
stole
right.
their Dwemer chest.
That is the mark of a civilized man. Alright. So I think if I go down this way and then up to the north, maybe, that should work. What is this barrow? I feel like going to a dungeon full of things that I understand how to kill. Maybe trying out my new never-before-used spell. That's what they're called. I've forgotten how to be a wizard. Well, if it's a tomb, then there's no chance that detect life will be helpful. So, Aura Whisper it is. Nothing on the outside. Alright, I'm going to check this place out. But I think that should be the next episode, because I'm not sure how long I've spent just walking across Solstheim after a little mishap. Alright, so we'll save it there. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day.